Now that the dust has settled on India's selection, and if we analyze the selection, you will have to say that this is quite a decent team. Firstly, obviously, Jasprit Bumrah missing, Mohammad Shami missing. These are key players and they have been rested, and justly so. Ravindra Jadeja not there is a key aspect, because Jadeja, as the BCCI really said, not yet there. And obviously Hardik Pandya, I have to make this very clear, had made himself indefinitely unavailable and is expected to return, as far as I know, from the IPL. In an interview with me, he clearly outlined that is the progression he is looking at. So there are some key players who are still not part of the mix. Having said that, some important calls have been taken. Firstly, the return of Kuldeep Yadav, for example, is an important call. To go back, no Ranji Trophy, you've gone back to Kuldeep Yadav is an important call. Ravi Bishnoi getting an opportunity, a slider, getting a leg spinner in is another important call, alongside Yuzvendra Chahal, who's already in the white ball mix. Akshar Patel coming back. The pace bowling department, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, overlooked for one format, once again tells you that perhaps it is time to look beyond Bhuvi for that particular format. He's there in one. So Deepak Chahar will definitely get a longer rope, in that format. Shardul Thakur, Mohammad Siraj. Now we are starting to understand a bit of the vision. Most important call, obviously, for the sake of Indian cricket, is the return of Rohit Sharma. Because Rohit Sharma as captain automatically brings that kind of galvanizing effect on the entire team, and that is important, because if you look at that side, you need one leader. I mean, since the time that Virat is not there, once he stepped down from T20 captaincy, there was a bit of a lull. Rohit Sharma there, but then injured, and Virat removed from ODI captaincy, and then Test captaincy, it is almost certain will go to Rohit Sharma. So he's the undisputed leader of Indian cricket, exactly like the way Kohli was 6 months back, that he was leading all formats. This is what will happen. Yes, the BCCI could have said red and white ball, but now at this point in time, the one option for the BCCI is Rohit Sharma, that he gets both red and white ball. Yes, it will be a 2-year period, and then maybe KL Rahul will be groomed. But for the moment, the most important member of this Indian team, no debate, is Rohit Sharma. So if you take a look, Venkatesh Iyer making the team in the T20. So there is an element of persistence there. Yes, you can say that you've given so many players a go because of COVID, so you have a longer selection. All that is fine, but if you take a look, you have a pool now, and once Hardik, Jasprit, Shami and Ravindra Jadeja, the key players, make a comeback, the balance that Rahul Dravid was talking about will have been established. So you know that certain players for certain formats are there. Obviously the core team is the same. The Rohit, Rahul, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant. Obviously when Hardik comes back, the all-rounder pool will become Hardik, Ravindra Jadeja, Venkatesh Iyer if he's able to prove. So clearly we have a sense there. Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja will be the left-arm spinners. Ravi Ashwin in the longer format maybe, and of course you now have a Chahal, you have a Bishnoi and a Kuldeep Yadav. So that's your spin. And then when you look at the faster bowlers with Bumrah and Shami back, you have a Chahar, you have a Shardul, you have a Siraj, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar in one format. So that's more or less the team with the T20s. I'm more interested in the T20s for this particular year. No debate. The World Cup, 50 over cricket, India will get time to build the team over the next 19-20 months, leading to the World Cup on Indian soil. But the focus this year, 2022, will have to be on T20 cricket and red ball cricket. So that's where my focus will be. Against the West Indies in 50 overs, you do your experiments. But when it comes to the T20s, the Mission World Cup under Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid will have to start with the West Indies series. So all eyes will be on that particular series and how India goes about it. So there, I think this is the start. It's a decent enough team. We've got some interesting selections there. And once everybody comes back, you will now be able to kind of identify. And then when everybody comes back, you will have the core. Obviously, the IPL will also give you a pointer as to what that T20 team will look like.